Today we're going to be talking about crypto investing for beginners. So I thought about this video because I had one of my best friends in life who, of course, he's seen all the hype, crypto's going up, and he's like, hey, how would you recommend someone get into this? What are your thoughts on this? Should I buy Bitcoin now? He was asking me some general questions just yesterday, and I thought, you know what? And I gave him some basic advice, and I thought, if this advice is good enough for my friend, I need to share it with my other friends on YouTube. So those of you that are here, maybe you've been a subscriber for a while. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Many of you have been here early. We've been a part of this movement first. And it's amazing because we've been trying to share the message of cryptocurrency, the opportunities that exist with cryptocurrency, the technology behind cryptocurrency for so long during this bear market, and people never pay attention. But the moment they see, the market's going up, quite honestly, they've already missed out on part of the move, but they don't want to keep missing out on it going forward. So you may have people coming to you, and this is advice that you can easily share with them as well. If you're new to crypto and you're like, hey, what can I do? Then I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave to one of my very best friends in the whole wide world. So in this video, so stay tuned for that. There's two basic strategies. Now, right now, Bitcoin's over $19,000. The all-time high is like $19,700. It's very possible we could hit that. I think it's very, very possible we could hit 20,000. And, the question came to me yesterday from my buddy. He said, what are the odds that we see a pullback? I think it's very possible that we see a pullback, but you can't, as an investor, you got to figure out how to make investments in the least emotional way possible. And what most people do is they try to figure out, is this a good time to buy? I've got, $1,000. I want to buy crypto now. I got, $2,000. I want to buy it now. But I got to figure out, is the price going to go down? Is it going to go up? I got to look at the charts. I got to try to figure out. That's not the way to do it. First and foremost, you have to ask yourself, why do you think crypto might be a good investment? If the only reason that you think it could be a good investment is because it could go higher than its all-time highs, that's not a great reason to get in, because the reality is, by that logic, it's got a 50-50 shot of going down to all-time lows. So that alone is not a good enough reason. You need to do some basic research and some understanding of the technology. And if you believe that the technology has merit, and there's a part of you, even if it's like 10% or 20%, you're like, I really believe in this technology. I believe this could possibly be the way forward. Then at that point, then it might be a good time for you to invest. So there's two things that you want to do. The first one is, and I'm going to give you a little bit more details on exactly how to do this. The first thing that you want to do is you want a dollar cost average. So dollar cost average just means that you make up your mind you're going to invest a certain amount each week or each month. And that amount needs to be so low that it doesn't matter to you if it were to go to zero. It needs to be so low that you're not going to lose sleep. And this is specifically for you getting started. Listen, you can always increase your dollar cost average amount later, but at first you just need to get in with a small amount. Maybe that small amount for you is $100 a month. You're like, $100 a month is not a big deal. Like, literally, it's not a big deal. For some of you, it might be $10 a month. I get it. Whatever that number is, that it literally doesn't matter at all. It's not going to hurt your feelings. You're not going to feel like, crypto's a scam. You're just going to be like, okay, that's fine. It was worth a flyer. I checked it out. I invested in it. It went to zero. Do I believe crypto is going to zero? No, but the price could go down a lot at some point. That's possible. So you need to, dollar cost average means that you don't worry about whether the price looks high or whether you think it's going higher or you think it's going lower. It means on the first, Monday every week, you buy a small amount of Bitcoin. And I'll talk to you about how to do that in a minute. Or it's like the, first of every month, you buy a small amount of Bitcoin and you buy it no matter what the price is. You systematically do it. Let's just say you're buying $50 a month on the first. Every month, Bitcoin could be 20,000, it could be 200,000, it could be 2,000, and it doesn't matter. You're buying a little bit every single month, and you're buying it in such small quantities that when you buy it, you're not worried about what goes up, what goes down. The idea being that over time, as the market goes up and down, you equal out your buying opportunities, so you're not in a position where you ended up buying at the top of the market and it crashed. Because most people who try to do one-off buys, they normally do that when they get excited because the price goes up, because most people are too scared to buy when the price goes down. So they get excited when the price goes up and they buy. It's this weird human psychology. They tend to buy near the highs. That is normal human psychology. I've done it. Every investor has done it. If you try to buy because you get excited when everybody else is excited, when the news is covering it, but the news only covers it positively when the price is going up. News is always reactive to price, not the other way around. News never predicts price. So when the price is down, nobody wants to touch it. Everybody thinks it's over with. Everybody thinks, it's going to get regulated to oblivion and nobody wants to be there. But if you dollar cost average, it doesn't matter. And you end up getting in at the average price. And if you believe long-term there's a chance that this could go somewhere, you don't care what price you get in today. You dollar cost average, you limit your emotions, and you just do it consistently every week, every month in a very small amount. Now, how do you dollar cost average? How do you buy Bitcoin? There's a lot of places. I'm not going to do a whole tutorial today on buying Bitcoin. I may do that in the next several days. But there's a whole lot of places you can buy Bitcoin now. There's places like Coinbase. I don't recommend to use Coinbase. There's places like PayPal. Some places are able to buy right now on PayPal. I don't recommend to use PayPal. Cash App. I don't recommend to use Cash App. And the primary reason that I don't recommend a lot of these places have to do with some of the regulations that they have as a company and some of the interactions they've done with the government. Like, for example, Coinbase seeking out the federal government to sell them data on their customers, for example. I don't think that's cool from a customer standpoint, so I don't recommend you use something like Coinbase. At this point in time, I would recommend probably Crypto.com. Some people would debate Crypto.com for a lot of reasons, but here's what you know as a beginner purchasing from Crypto.com. They're a well-established company, so they should be a safe place to buy crypto from. They're one of the easiest to spend your crypto if you ever need to spend it, because they give you a little debit card that you can use. And so there's a lot of good things about Crypto.com that makes it a good place to use. It's easy to set up an account. It's easy to do the KYC stuff, know your customer stuff. Every year you're going to get the documents that you need for your to file your taxes in your jurisdiction. That makes it very simple for users. And here's the other thing: there's been no reports of Crypto.com trying to keep your crypto, hold your crypto, prevent you from transporting it out. Like Cash App, for example, doesn't like for you to send crypto to certain addresses or whatever, websites. And in fact, Cash App really has been on record as saying they prefer for you not to transfer your crypto out. At the time of this video, I don't think you can actually spend Bitcoin on PayPal. You can buy and hold it to speculate on price, but you can't really spend it. You can't use it nowhere. Crypto.com, you can use it. They don't restrict movement, and you actually have a debit card that makes it very easy to spend and use. I'm going to be doing a brand new updated tutorial on Crypto.com, so you can subscribe down below if you want to get that tutorial. Now, hit the subscribe button. So now, what I would do with Crypto.com, first of all, they're an app. You come here, you can download the app. There's a link in the description as well. You can download the app. There's a code in the description. If you use that code, it is an affiliate link, but if you use that code, you get $25 in free cryptocurrency once you set up your account. I also will get $25 in free cryptocurrency once you set up an account, just so you know, full transparency. But once you have it set up, and it's not that hard, it's simpler than setting up a new bank account. Once you have it set up, it's very easy to transfer money once a week, once a month to Crypto.com. In fact, I have a video on how to buy Bitcoin with your bank account. I'll link that above. And that video shows you how to use Crypto.com to be able to buy Bitcoin with your bank account. It's super, super simple once you have it set up. And literally, you can probably get it set up in just a few minutes. So that's the first advice. Dollar cost average with a small amount. And it doesn't even have to be Crypto.com. I just think they're a great choice for beginners. Small amount. Such a small amount that you're not worried about what happens. And if you're like, well, I only got $5 a week, is that enough? Well, save it up for a month, at least to $20. And just, once a month or once a week or whatever you can do. A dollar cost average, just stack Bitcoin. I recommend only buying Bitcoin. You can learn about other altcoins later, but if you're brand new, just start with Bitcoin. It's the one everybody knows about. It's the one everybody talks about. There's the most information available out there on it. Just start with Bitcoin. And by the way, if you're a part of my channel and you have friends talking to you about cryptocurrency, yes, crypto's lucrative. Yes, there's crazy ways to make passive income in cryptocurrency. I talk all about it. Obviously, I have my entire Crypto Passive Profits course right now. We have over 80-something members that are all learning how to earn passive income with cryptocurrency. But don't start talking about Tron. Don't get complicated with Ethereum. Don't do all that. People are going to get confused when they're brand new. Start them simple and just, dollar cost average, a small amount. Get them in the game. Have them set up an account with something like crypto.com. They're going to learn how to buy crypto. That's the most important part in the beginning. Those of us that have been around for a while, we think things are simple, but for someone who's brand new, what we think is simple is complex to them because they don't quite understand the technology yet, and that's okay. Or the mechanics of the technology, and that's okay. So the first thing, dollar cost average with something like crypto.com, very small amounts that it's not going to bother you. Just get in the game, get there, play in it. Here's the second piece of advice that I gave my friend yesterday. It was actually last night. I told him to go download the CryptoTab browser. I highly recommend you download the CryptoTab browser. I'll put a link in the description. Here's why. It is a web browser. That is it. So many people don't even know about this. I've literally introduced this to almost 50,000 people, literally. But it's an easy web browser. I'm using it right now, by the way. You know that because this is a button right here. This is the CryptoTab browser. When you're here, you just click here and it takes you to this page. I've got a withdrawal here to make of $38. I've gotten $2,300 of Bitcoin from the browser. How does it work? First and foremost, it's nothing more. Once you download it, it's nothing more but a web browser. That is it. It is my primary web browser that I use. It works just like Google Chrome. It's built off the Google Chrome platform. It looks like Chrome. You can put Chrome extensions on it. You can easily transfer all your Chrome bookmarks, everything. Once you have it set up, though, you click on this button. You come over here. You turn mining on. Just hit max. Turn mining on. And it uses your computer CPU spare resources, meaning it doesn't interrupt your computer usage. I'm recording a video right now. I've got it set to full. And it mines Bitcoin in the background. Small amounts of Bitcoin. Depending on your computer, you may make, $3 or $4 a month. You may make $20, $30 a month if you have a Ryzen processor. Those are just really good processors for the mining. And you make small amounts of Bitcoin. I've done a lot of videos on CryptoTab. And I'm going to do another video on some of my favorite things about the browser. I've got that planned already. So if you want to see that video, hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss it. But for a brand new person, this is a phenomenal way to get introduced to cryptocurrency. All you have to do is download and use the browser. Turn it on, and that's it. And literally, your web browser will be using your computer resources to mine small amounts of Bitcoin. It actually is not mining Bitcoin, but it's mining other cryptocurrencies. They just pay you out in Bitcoin. You don't notice it. There's no issues with your computer. Again, I've got a 5-year-old computer that I'm using right now. In fact, Black Friday, I'm buying a brand new computer using my crypto.com debit card. I'm buying a brand new computer. The computer I'm on right now is an i5 processor. Nothing great, nothing fancy. I'm recording a video on it. There's no issues whatsoever with using this web browser. People always think there's going to be an issue. There's not. There's none. Zero, zip, zilch, nothing, period. And then anyone who claims they're having issues, they're just not. They either have a 10-year-old computer or they're just not telling the truth. Literally, there's no issues. The other thing that I'll tell you about this, people often say, is it profitable? Is it profitable? Listen. It's not about is it profitable. You're only going to make a little bit of crypto. I have a video discussing the profitability of it. I'll put it above. You can watch that. But here's what you need to know. Google Chrome does not pay you to use it. Safari does not pay you to use it. Microsoft Edge, the web browser, does not pay you to use it. The CryptoTab web browser, you get paid just for using it. You don't have to watch ads. You don't have to do anything funky. Just use the browser and you're automatically earning. It is the simplest way to get Bitcoin for doing something that you're already doing. This is literally the advice that I gave my best friend, and I'm actually going to forward him this video. Once I get it uploaded, he will be one of the first 10 viewers of it. I could almost guarantee you. So, a couple things. Dollar cost average, very small amounts. Download and start using the CryptoTab browser. The reason I recommend the CryptoTab browser for you if you're brand new is for two reasons. One is it's another way to earn some really passive, simple crypto, and that is, and at a time without you having to risk anything. The other reason that I recommend that you use it is you start getting introduced to some of the unique technologies and opportunities that exist in the crypto space. And so these are the two places that I recommend absolutely everyone to start. In fact, I have had more people, because many people have heard me talk about it, family, friends, different ones over the years, have heard me talk about crypto. They've heard me talk about that I mine crypto using my web browser. I've already had several people say, hey, what was that web browser? Because I see on CNBC all of a sudden there's news headlines about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up. What's that web browser? Got a buddy of mine who messaged me on Facebook. What's that web browser you use again at Mines Crypto? They're asking now. Why? Because prices are going up. We've been using this forever. I had to mine $2,000 worth of crypto, and they're still trying to figure it out. So I recommend that you download the browser, start using it now. If you want to get introduced to kind of some of my long-term approach to crypto, what I recommend that you do, I'll put a video on the end screen, and it's kind of my overall passive strategy to investing in crypto in general and crypto-based projects. I want to say something to you. Congratulations for being on this journey. Cryptocurrency is extraordinary. If you're here, you're new, you're still early. I know that now all of a sudden CNBC is talking about Bitcoin. Before long, a lot more people are going to be talking about it. But this technology and cryptocurrency in general hasn't even got close to mainstream adoption yet. Most people are not using the CryptoTab browser yet, for example. Most people don't own Bitcoin yet. But I fully believe with everything in me, as you learn about this technology, you're going to find out that a lot of people are going to start using it over the coming years. You just happen to be one of the first ones here. Congratulations for being here. If you want to continue to learn about cryptocurrency, continue to learn how to earn passive income in cryptocurrency, do me a favor, go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that bell notification icon. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.